Brice, first, I want to ask you about the start of the second half at Indiana, because that was a pretty wild scene, like that thing falling so close to the court. Did you, I guess, can you take us through that moment, what you saw, what you felt? That was kind of wild.
Yeah, I didn't really see anything. It just, in the moment, I didn't realize how close it was. Watching it back, I've seen like it was like right there. So yeah, it was kind of crazy. Obviously, it's thanks to God it didn't hit me. Like, I don't know what would have happened, but it's kind of just, it's not hard to talk about, but like I kind of feel like a little bit guilty in the sense like I don't like really talking about it a lot, but I didn't realize it was that close at the moment.
So it was kind of hard to watch the film then and to see that?
It wasn't hard to watch, it just kind of feels kind of weird because like it's just like really unordinary for something like that to happen.
Yeah. So your offense, the way this season has progressed, I know you came in with big expectations and you knew that you could score. Did you think that your game would translate the way that it has from an offensive standpoint to where you've led the team to scoring for 12 straight games, you're I think fifth in the league or something like that? Did you think it would be like this?
It's kind of hard to tell you that if I thought before the season, but I think kind of just working hard and off days or and even in the off season leading up to the season, before practice, after practice, everything like that, just working on little details and skills and polishing my game and stuff like that to the point where I can feel comfortable on the court to do what I practice and stay confident and just little things like that, just like trying to perfect my craft. So when it comes times for game time, like it feels kind of just natural. So I wouldn't say I knew it would happen, but I think it's kind of a testament to hard work.
Being as prolific as you've been and leading this team the way that you have scoring-wise, how much do you feel like that's been a product of you are capable of doing it and a product of this team needing you to do it?
Yeah, obviously it's team first. Obviously, like whatever I do is I give credit to the coaches and my teammates for I always give credit to the coaches for putting me in the right positions and I think Coach Holman and Diebler as the offensive coordinator have done a great job with me and we talk about it a lot, just trusting each other, me trusting them, and them trusting me to make the right decisions and we worked on it a lot throughout the season and had discussions about this or that, but I think it's kind of a mutual thing that goes both ways and them putting me in the right positions just allows me to feel more comfortable in my role and just play my game.
Bruce just talked about like really feeling like he hit the freshman wall like this past month, but you're like a guy that you've been up the scoring, like up the performance and everything this past month, where a lot of guys have kind of dropped off. What's enabled you to smash through that freshman wall and not slow down during the stretch?
I think I did hit a little confidence block early on in the season a little bit, but as far as Bruce goes, like I've played with Bruce for a long time now, probably like 2.5 years. And I think when he's firing in all cylinders, he's really important for us. So I think just keep working and trusting the process has worked for me, and I know he's one of the hardest workers I know. Like in practice, he doesn't take drills off. I think Ice talked about it in the press conference after one of our games. I think Iowa, like I was nodding my head because Ice wasn't lying. Like you're gonna have to pull Bruce out of drills. Like he really works hard. So I think it'll start flowing for him. But for me personally, I just keep working and put in extra work and just feeling my game out. Like I said, just like polishing and perfecting my craft has worked for me well.
What was that moment of the dip in confidence where you said there was a little moment early in the season?
Yeah, to be honest, I had a little one like preseason, like when we first started practicing, like we went from kind of team skill to like real practice. We had obviously practices are super, with us they're super like intense and high attention to detail, and especially when we're competing, going up and down, like we really get after each other. So a couple of older guys were like, they were kind of just welcoming me into the new system, and that I think that was good for me. It fuels me now, and it taught me a lot during that time, and I think a couple of those early games where I was just kind of learning how to, fit in a little bit. And obviously we have a new team, so just learning roles and stuff like that. And just listening and stuff like that. And, doing all that I can to, break through.
And what have you guys done to help Brice through that time where he has hit kind of a rough patch to get him back on track?
Yeah, man. To be honest, just as a team, we just comfort each other. Brice as one of the leaders on the team, he's always talking and worried about everyone else. So, at times we, come back to him and like, all right, Brice, like, you focus on a lot of other people. Like, we want to help you, work through it. And like I said, like, he works incredibly hard. So I have no doubt that, he'll be fine soon.
Can you give us an example of something you feel like you've gotten better at defensively?
Just being more active and more attentive. I've been listening a lot and learning and watching film and doing little, fixing little details and practicing really hard on my defense to improve in that area, to stay on the court and not only for the offensive side of the ball, but make defensive impacts. Like, that sort of thing wins games. So, just doing little things and working in that area to just keep improving.
You talk about winning games there, and obviously it's been a tough stretch for you guys. At the same time, your individual game has really kind of taken a step forward in the way that you've been scoring and leading the team. Do you need more help for this team to start winning?
No, man. To be honest, we us as a team we just gotta focus on the little things and I think I mentioned to you after the Rutgers game, like, we really haven't changed anything, man. Like, we're just really trusting the process, and obviously there's little details like we talked about rebounding and defensive rebounding and effort. Just playing well and smarter when the game is when the odds are stacked against us and when the chips are falling. So, those kind of little details, but I don't think we're very far off, man. We're just trusting the process every day in practice and practicing very hard and paying very close attention to little details and just listening and learning, and I think we'll be fine.
I don't want you to look beyond this year, but are you hearing the NBA chatter as your game has continued this season?
Yeah, I hear it. I think I would be lying to you if I said I wasn't. But to be honest, man, I think I try to focus on staying where my feet are and living in the moment, and I think I do a pretty good job of that. I think, yeah, man, I don't really pay much attention to it, to be honest. Whatever I can do to in the moment to play however I'm playing or make little improvements for Ohio State. Obviously, things like that build up, or your performance gets better, or anything of that nature. Like, it can reflect on the future, but right now I'm just in the moment, to be honest.
How difficult is that? I mean, Malachi went through some of that. We talked to him about it last year. Just you obviously want this year to be as good as possible, but there is a future, whatever that may be, out there. So how difficult is it to kind of stay in the moment?
Yeah, to be honest, man, I think I give a lot of credit to my parents for raising me like that, and obviously a lot of credit to the coaches as well. Obviously, they've made it clear to me that they want the best for me in my future, wherever it may be. Not even as a player, but as a man. So, they emphasize for me to stay in the moment, and obviously they're the coaches of Ohio State, and I'm a player of Ohio State, so whatever we have to do for Ohio State is going to happen. And obviously we're in a little dip right now, but we're constantly working and constantly having conversations about how we can get better and keep improving. So I think we're obviously we're in a tough spot, but I think day by day we're trending in the right direction, especially in practice. We work really hard in practice, so yeah, we just gotta keep working.
Last couple.
You mentioned rebounding a minute ago, and it seems like the last couple of games you've been a little bit more deliberate at trying to get to the glass. I just wondered, are you seeing some benefits there, some progress there, I guess is what I'm looking for. It seems like coaches talk about pursuit of the ball,
Yeah.
and it seems like you've had a little bit higher pursuit. Have you Have you put more emphasis into that?
Yeah, obviously finishing possessions is really crucial in basketball. You know, you work really hard for 20 seconds, 25 seconds, or, you know, play good defense for the whole shot clock, but if they get an offensive rebound, then you're back to playing defense for another minute. So, you know, just finishing defensive possessions and you know, pursuing the ball is really important. But I think we put an emphasis on getting to a body and boxing out. You know, obviously if you just pursue the ball, you know, someone behind you can out pursue you. So finding offensive rebounders and you know, getting body to body. So, you know, just building the wall around the paint so they can get the board. And you know, that's been something we put a big emphasis on here lately. So just keep working on it.
Brice, I thought it was kind of interesting that you brought up your parents and kind of gave credit to them for how they raised you. I'm just curious, what sort of impact have they had on your life and just kind of developing you to get to this point where you're at?
Yeah, you know, they guide me in all the right directions. I think, you know, everybody's parents want the best for them, you know, at the end of the day. And you know, they show me love and bring me back down to earth a lot. And, you know, that I think they express how proud they are of me. And you know, a lot of that stuff brings positivity. And you know, at the same time they do that, they're also, you know, making sure I'm staying humble and stuff like that. And just teaching me the right things and guiding me in the right direction. So, you know, I think, you know, even as a young kid, they've expressed to me how important it is to stay humble and do the right things no matter what it is, be a good teammate and just all like the simple fundamental things of being a good young man. So, you know, I give them a lot of credit for that.